Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This video will be talking about actually adding evidence to the comments and stuff I said in discussion but 4. And this discussion was talking about how if you want your audience to believe what you're saying, then you have to actually mean what you want to say. That means that you have to research very well and find out what kind of audience that you are dealing with, and you will have to also look for what kind of presentation that what type of presentation method that it will be best suited for the kind of presentation you'll be giving. In this case, for example, in the discussion board, I was talking about a personal experience of mine. In this case, it was when I had to do an engineering project. I had to build a chair that had to hold up 300 pounds, and it had to be completely made out of cardboard and tape and I believe paper. This project took over a month to make, and throughout the project you had to keep documentation of what you were doing each day. You had to use the engineering processes, and this was only just in high school, my senior year, and so you had to do different things because this was an advanced engineering class. And so in this case, my teacher, she had an engineering degree from UTEP, and so she did know what she was doing. So I trusted her and I listened to her what she had to say. And in that case, as I was doing my project, um, it was very tough just because we had to. It was a group project, but however, it turned out to be just a single project just for me because I was a grade above everyone else in that class. Therefore, I had to do it by myself. And so I did do it by myself, and it turned out to be pretty great. And however, um, to make the presentation more believable, uh, with the presentation, with the assembly of the chair and all that, I also had to create a video and a PowerPoint presentation explaining the process I took to creating the chair. And in that case, I knew what kind of audience I was going to be talking to. In that case, it was my class and my teacher. So I prepared my presentation very well according to that situation. My teacher was had an engineering degree, so I had to do some research in order for her to make sure that I was actually working on it and researching it and developing ideas. Um, in this case, it turned out to be very well. Um, I did get an A on it. So that's one of the things personally where I had to prepare my speech or presentation in order to fit the audience. In order for the audience, in this case, my class and the engineering major, to actually believe what I'm saying and know that I did work on it. I did much research on it, and so after all, it turned out to be very well. Um, there are other instances where you will have to adjust and modify your presentation to, let's say, to your career, your future career. Let's say you have a medical career and you are a starting nurse and you are in college and you have to prepare a presentation to a group of professors that are very experienced in the medical field and all have master's or bachelor's degrees, or if any of them are actually doctors, which have a PhD. In this case, you will definitely have to do very much research, lots of it, in order for them to know that you actually put in the work and for them to actually know that you did so much to do in order to present the project. Of course, the audience determines what kind of presentation you give, and since in this case you're trying to give to highly professionals, you want your vocabulary to be very high, you want your eye contact, your nonverbal messages to be very good, and of course you want the research or slash information to be at a very high level in order to give that presentation. So that's basically what I said in discussion before, and throwing out a personal experience of how I've had to deal with it once before, and I'm sure because I'm trying to become a mechanical engineer that I will definitely have to do that again sometime soon, if not in the future. Thank you.